all began about 11 months ago when my ex-girlfriend, which I decided to propose to her the following week after 3 years of relationship, just to let her know that was the same week she was getting married to someone else, which hit me so hard that I decided to remove every single bit of romantic relationship in my heart. The sudden breakup happened 11 months ago, and then 3 months later, the unthinkable happened. It was 8 months ago, but I could still remember the day vividly. It was a late evening and the sun was completely down. At that time of day, me and my close friend usually go out to stroll around our area, and then later find a calm place to chill for some time before heading back home. So we were still strolling and we came across a pharmacy. Then he told me let's stop by the medicine store, he wants to buy a pain reliever. I agreed to it and we stopped by. And there she was, the person that could make my heart beat faster in an instant. The person known to be the next girlfriend. And that was love at first sight. She was innocent looking, dark in complexion, a little bit on the short side. Her eyes were so captivating. She was by no means a beauty goddess. Her smile was so heartwarming, and I could see her personality shine through. She has this kind of calm vibe that just took me away. And there it was, me falling in love again. I was so lost in her that I forgot what I came to do. After a few seconds, she collected her goods and went out of the shop. And I could confidently say that was the best few seconds of the day. But I suddenly remembered the situation between me and romantic relationships. So I just tried to forget about her, since I basically don't know anything about her. My friend got what he wanted and we continued walking. I didn't say anything to him and I kept coming up with ways to forget her. The thing is, since the shop is within our area, I know she must be from around, but I don't think I would see her again anytime soon, since that was the first day. Funny enough, life turns the table in unexpected ways, because the next day, around sunset, I went out for an errand and we clashed again. I gave her a glance and turned back away and started building huge walls around my heart just to avoid any romantic feeling. But her force was too strong, she kept on breaking them, day by day. It felt like life was trying to throw us together because we kept on clashing frequently and she kept on breaking my walls. I kept building, but she was breaking them so easily. I was dodging the feeling for almost 2 months and life kicked in again. But this time, it was even more intense. There was a day we were sitting in front of a house that has a balcony. We were just there gisting about life, me and my friend, and there she was, walking back home from an errand with her younger sister. My friend tapped my back and said, "Have you seen those 2 girls?" I acted as if I haven't noticed them. All this time he never knew what was going on in my heart. I haven't told him the feelings for her that has been haunting me. My heart was beating fast. I thought he figured it out. The next thing he said was, "Let's follow them." And I asked him why. And he told me he just wanted to mess around with them. That was just out of the blue. And I was genuinely nervous, but I didn't show it. In my mind, I was thinking, of all things to do, of all days, and of all girls, why would he choose this one to go and flirt with? We stood up and went towards them. The closer we went, the more my heart raced. We went and he did the talking while I turned my head to the other side and didn't utter a single word. After they finished talking, she told him her name and he collected her number. We came to his house and tried calling her, but the number was switched off. Just knowing that, my heart was burning on fire. Someone I've been avoiding for months has now been taken by my close friend, which I felt a little bit heartbroken. But you know, since he's a friend, it is what it is. Now she's his, and all I can do is to put my heart away, and I will eventually forget her. That was what I thought. In the following week and a half, they kept seeing each other. Most times he goes alone while I wait for him, but sometimes he takes me with him to escort him Whenever I'm about to sleep, I think of her, and I decided to force myself to accept the fate that she's not mine, which is probably for the best since I'm trying to avoid any romantic relationship. Slowly but surely, the feeling started to fade away since I can't cheat on my friend. On the day of the confession, before she came out, he told me he was going to confess his feelings to her on that day. It actually went from flirting to now confessing. I was shocked when he said that, and the world felt darker at the moment and my heart was pumping faster. I released a huge smile and said, go for it, since she's actually not that bad. When she came out, the feeling of losing her to someone covered the whole of my heart, and all the lost feelings became new again. I was trying to act cool to make him comfortable. He went to meet her and he told her his feelings. To my greatest surprise, she turned him down. Everything happened within a week and a half, from the first flirt to the day he confessed. Okay, let me explain a little deeper. She was shocked when he confessed and her face showed she wasn't romantically interested in him. But because he was a clever person, when he understood that, he turned the confession into creating a brother and sister relationship with her, and she agreed to that. All along, she was actually interested in me. Can you believe that? None of us knew. After they finished talking, he came back to me and told me everything. He was a little bit pissed off she turned him down. But because he was a person that has too much pride, he was trying to boast off the shame by saying his intentions were never real. It was all part of the flirting game, and there I was, my jaw still wide open, thinking, what the hell just happened? 2 days passed by without seeing her. I was working together with my friend on the next day. Coincidentally, she came out for an errand and we clashed again. Out of pride for what happened last time, my friend told me he wants me to meet her in his stead and talk to her, because he's not in the mood of talking. I disagreed, and he was like, he came up with a plan that if I go and talk to her now instead of him, since she knows the two of us, if we start taking turns in talking to her, she wouldn't take what he said back then seriously. And I was like, okay, but for his sake only. So I went and we talked, and oh boy, did every single feeling came back rushing to my heart. With a single glance, she broke every single concrete walls and iron bars around my heart, and I couldn't resist anymore. I remember the feeling of losing her, and now that fate has somehow given me a head start. Maybe this is going to be a start of something really good, which I've been avoiding for a very long time. And that was the start of it all. She indirectly showed me she wanted to keep on talking with me more. We kept on seeing each other, and my friend never talked to her again. But now he knows what's happening between us. We kept on having good times together. We learned how we have many things in common, and I knew she was a super creative person, which even got me more attached. I confessed my feelings to her, and surprisingly, she accepted. And now, the current situation that's making my heart ache. About a month ago and a week, I gave her my ring that I wear all the time for safekeeping. The way I made it sound before giving her, it was like, I will be gone for a while, but I'll be back for my ring. The next day I traveled to go spend the whole day with my mom without saying goodbye. After spending a month with my mom, I came back 5 days ago, and ever since that day, I haven't got the chance to see her due to some reasons. First of all, she's not with her parents. She's with her parents' relatives, and she doesn't have full access to a smartphone, so we can't communicate. Her family doesn't know about me, so I can't confront her in front of them. And my heart has been craving for her for the past month. And this is by far the longest time I've ever craved for someone so bad without getting tired. And that's when I realized how deep in my heart she was. And to be honest, there's this energy she gives me that my heart can't resist. We've been together for over 4 months now, but the feeling still gets deeper. We are not always on each other, not always together. And when we meet, it doesn't last for more than 15 minutes. due to the strict home she is in. It's like we are illegally dating, for lack of a better word. The mind-boggling part is we still love each other like so bad, but our chance of seeing each other is really slim, and I don't think I can date anyone else except for her. So I'm just caught up in my mind thinking of her all the time. I even dreamt of her twice this week. I don't know, but there's a hole in my heart that she's the only one that feels it. I've tried doing several things that I love to fill up that hole, but they all end up filling different holes, which is weird. She's the only one with the energy that fills that hole. I feel somehow at peace when I'm with her, and the fact that she loves my family without them knowing about her is actually amazing. We share a lot in common, and she feels like a second half I've been searching for. I know most of the time, romantic relationships is at its peak for the first few months, and it slowly lows down. But for us, after 4 months, it's like steady but slowly growing up, which gets my hopes up. So if you guys have any advice, do tell me in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching my dumb video.